Hey, what's happening, guys? So, I don't normally make a lot of videos anymore, so I decided to hold off on all of my weekly purchases and kind of give a more of a pickup style video. So, not a whole lot to add to the collection, but as I said, I did pick up a few items. Namely, I did pick up a couple of these bad boys from Latoonie. Obviously, they've got the green trunks Macho Man, and they also have the gray and black Macho Man trunks. So these are the Hasbro style figures in 4-inch form. Instead of doing like a full on video for this guy, because we've already looked at his other two Hasbro style figures, I'm just gonna do a little short recap with this particular piece. And I do believe that there's an LJN scale coming in the yellow trunks Mega Powers style Macho Man as well. I also picked up this bad boy off of eBay recently as well. You guys already know about this one because I've already put up a posting on YouTube asking, hey, should I keep this bad boy sealed or open him up? Now, this is my very first carding from Title Run Toys, so I don't know. That right there is making me want to keep it carded. But here's the thing. Let's say I open this guy up and I absolutely despise the figure inside, right? That tells me, hey, I have no interest in this line. I can move on. So I'm kind of 50-50. I'm really torn. Not really sure what to do. These sets right here all came in from the same seller today. Now, generally, when you kind of look at like these style figures from, Jakks Pacific, from Mattel, right? They all have like this sort of same body type with these type of carding. I'm not a fan of these respective figures, but it's the $1 Million Man, right? Who doesn't want to pick up as many $1 Million Man figures as possible? Also, the fact that they were the same figure, the same card, just different variants. You know how I am about variants, right? Series 147. So that was obviously another reason why I decided to throw down a bid and try to pick these guys up as well. Again, Series 147 is just literally the exact same thing, different suit. You kind of reflect on Hasbro because I am a Hasbro guy. Series 1, black suit. Series 2, green suit. And of course, you guys know how I feel about the green suit because as a Hasbro fan, that's the $1 Million Man we had as kids. So the one thing I would have loved to have gotten from these particular figures, though, where is the $1 Million belt? That is so infuriating right now. There are certain things in life that should always be a necessity. When it comes to Honky Tonk Man, you should always have his guitar as being part of associated with that respective release. When you have Jake Roberts, you always have to have that snake to accompany him. When you're the $1 Million Man, where is the $1 Million belt? Now, unless it's hidden back here, which I don't think so, and it doesn't look like it, they're just two plain figures, right? That $1 Million belt would have made these so much more valuable. So we will move on to the next set, which is, I believe this is Series 14. Yep, Series 14 of the Mattel Superstars. Again, your Remco style figures. And the one downside with this, the first thing I pulled out of the box was Diesel, which is amazing, right? But that kills me because what's going to happen, I'm going to throw these in the little protective cases and I'm probably never going to touch these again, right? And I don't know if I'm going to buy any more of these duplicates, right? Have one that I open up and keep as part of my loose collection because these things, it's not like you're picking them up for like $10 at Walmart, right? You get on eBay, these things are normally selling for $30, $50, $100, crazy money. Luckily, I won these on auction and I got a good price for each of them. So I was able to almost complete the series. All I'm missing is Great Muta, who I've been on a couple times, but once it gets into $30, $40 range, I'm like, oh, heck no, I'm out. So Series 1, you start off with Diesel. I do need both variants, obviously, of Great Muta. Who knows if I ever get those. Then you move on to Zeus. You guys know how I feel about No Holds Barred and, Tiny Lister's character of Zeus. One of my all-time favorite characters in any type of movie, right? And then the Iron Sheik. I think for a lot of people, when Series 14 came out, this is the guy that most people wanted. And you actually look at his trunks, right? I think this was supposed to be like the original LJN design. Now, obviously, painting, graphics like this on a rubber figure a lot harder, but it does kind of give you a general idea of if this was released, let's say this style of figure, right, was released back in 1984. Could these have been your AWA Remco style figures? I think that's pretty cool when you kind of look at guys like Nikolai Volkov and I'm pretty sure Hillbilly Jim's going to come eventually. You got multiple Hogans. You got Iron Sheik. You have an Andre the Giant. I mean, that was Andre in Blackstrap, but you kind of get a general idea of what these guys would have looked like had they been released in Remco form and not LJN. So remember, companies like Remco, they were one of the few different companies that had the high probability of, winning that contract with WWF before LJN eventually won. So, that's a good thing I like about these. You got that LJN feel, right, to the car back, but you also got them in Remco form. So that's always sweet. For the 4-pack of Matteo Retros, I believe this was Wave 6, so Series 16, if I'm not mistaken. I already own this pack, but way back when, for Mattel Creations, I only bought one set of figures, and I went ahead and I opened those up when I did my Mattel Retro review. So, from the same seller, I was able to win technically 3 out of 4, with Shawn Michaels being the one that I couldn't win. Kind of lost focus and lost out on the auctions. Luckily, I saw that the seller had relisted Shawn Michaels. I reached out to him like, hey, can I offer you this amount of money? He accepted. So I did a buy it now on that item, and we were able to get all 4 figures. So these are going to go straight into the protective cases and hung up on the wall. Now these over here. Oh yeah. I got to tell you, man. Jason Nupp has put me in so much debt. Why am I always bragging on that guy? I don't know. It's like a big brother type of thing. You just have to. So I watch a lot of his videos. I watch all of his videos, and he's constantly coming back and talking about these different Ninja Turtle play sets and stuff. This wasn't anything I had any interest in picking up. And I'm going to open up these so that you can kind of see the inside. But seeing his passion, man, and of course, we all love Ninja Turtles. We all grew up with Ninja Turtles, right? So I never had any intention on getting any of the big sets like the bus. What is this? The sewer play set. And I think this big one down here is the Technodrome, if I'm not mistaken, right? So when I think Ninja Turtles, right, I kind of go with, these individual packages like so. And of course, you see my purple room upstairs with all the Ninja Turtles kind of scattered all over the wall. So I kind of did the same thing in this living room, kind of wallpapered my back wall with the different releases. I don't know if these are going to stay. I just kind of put them in there because I got this new set in, and so I added to the set I already had. And, I thought they'd be a little bit bigger. Maybe they'd fill in this entire wall, but that didn't happen. So now I got to find a spot, hopefully something small enough to fit right in there. Or possibly take these down, replace them with turtles, and maybe I could fit a 5th figure on there. But I'm going to pause, guys. I am going to get these boxes open, and that way you have more of a general idea of what exactly these play sets look like. So just give me a few seconds. Alright, guys. Dang. Yeah. These were a freaking royal pain in the ass to get out of the boxes. But these are the play sets, and we will start with the Turtle Bus. I told you guys a story, man, when I was like 4 years old, man, 5, probably even before then. We lived in this apartment in Chicago on a street called Francisco, and I think we lived on like the 2nd floor or something, and there's this younger kid. He lived on the 3rd floor. I swear to God, that son of a gun had every damn Ninja Turtle toy imaginable. Now we're talking like probably 89, 1990, somewhere around that time frame, right? So possibly 91, I don't know. I'm going to say around 1990 though. So he pretty much had all the Turtles that came out around that era. All the Turtles, the Bus, the Blimp, I mean, the bad guys, the works. So getting the Turtle Bus, it may not be original, to the 1989, 1990 era, but this is still a great pickup for those nostalgic reasons. And the graphics on these bad boys, they're pretty freaking spectacular. But here's the thing, man. When I collect based on value, and that's not always the case. I mean, that's inaccurate. I can't say that. But I do think about the value of items. I mean, it has to go into my thought process no matter what I pick up. And am I going to keep this inside the box just so that it stays pristine forever? Turn this bad boy over. No, I can't do that, right? I have to take these out of the box. I have to set them up. But man, my basement is filled with wrestling figures. My purple room is filled with, shelves of 1990s superheroes. Where else can I actually put these bad boys? Maybe one of the blue rooms, put them on the shelf, work on that way. But then it's going to be dark. It's not really going to be showcased the way I want it to be seen. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But this is the Technodrome. I mean, I've seen this bad boy. I've tried to bid on the original Technodrome out of box, just the drone by itself. And on eBay, they go for like $300. You try to go on auction, even if they start like 99 cents, those bad boys will sell for $300+. So getting something like this for the price I did, and that is another reason why I decided to go out and get all three of these sets. Eventually, something like this that's on Amazon, let's say this was $40, $30, however much it was, within the next year or so, this $30 or $40 price tag is probably going to turn into a $100, $200 price tag. So yes, on Amazon, I did see these exact same box sets. They're from different sellers going in the $100 plus, $200 plus range. So getting it for the price I did, I'm like, yeah, I had to jump on that bad boy. All right, can I turn this sucker around? Sorry about the close-ups when I get all close by moving this box. But the gigantic double-decker mobile fortress. And I think if you're not mistaken, I think you could actually take this Technodrome and actually plug it into the Turtle Sewer playset. So I really need to have space set up so I can get all of these bad boys set up the right way, and this is just beautiful, man. I like it a lot. And the artwork on these boxes, they're not too darn shabby either. Look at that. That's so freaking cool. I came across a collector. Maybe it was like a Facebook, and somebody did like a news report about this Ninja Turtles collector, and you see his layout, everything from like original props and stuff like that. I mean, the man had everything. It was so freaking cool. I mean, I will never get to that level because, I love Ninja Turtles, but am I a diehard to that extent? And I could definitely go all in if I really wanted to, but I just don't see it happening. But hey, never say never, right? I mean, who thought I was going to go all in the way with the wrestling that I did? So interesting. So, yeah, I'm really eager to pop these bad boys open. I really want to build these as soon as possible. So, the Ninja Turtle playsets mixed in with some of the additional acquisitions. Oh, if you guys are looking for any Mattel or for any WWF Hasbro figures, man, I've had these up on eBay forever and they're not selling. So, I have one bundle for like every single tag team out there, right? And these tag teams, obviously, that do come with accessories have those as well. The Series 11 smoking guns are customs, FYI, for anyone that's inquiring about that. And I also have this one, which is all 23 of the Hasbro figures that came with accessories. Again, there are a number of accessories on here that are custom. Like just looking at this, Brutus Beefcake, I think Demolition, Undertaker has a custom jacket on. So not all original accessories, but even customs, they hold value, right? So I've had this on eBay for a long time. I've sold a lot like that before, where I had all the accessories, but I just don't feel like sitting around and waiting. I may end up listing these individually one day. So if anyone's interested, just reach out. Let me know what you're looking for, and let's see if we can work out a deal. Otherwise, guys, that is the new acquisition. Man, this video went 15 minutes. I wasn't planning on going that long, but here we are. Guys, thank you as always for tuning in. I will talk to you in the comments and see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.